Hi, if you're a Taurus born April 20th to May 20th, what can you expect for the month of February 2018? Let's tune in and find out. Well, Taurus, I feel like you're stronger than you think. So I feel like there is just, you're just handling it. You're handling life. So kind of like whatever's gone on, whatever's happened, you're just, you're this strong, you're moving forward, and just really comfortable in your own skin. And you being comfortable and you being, just this larger than life force, it carries everybody else along, right? It just moves things forward. So I really feel this big, opening, solid, but just really loving force in the world moving forward. So I really like February for you. It's just feels like you're filling a room, right? And just enjoying yourself and really feeling solid in who you are. So interesting. So let's go ahead. And first of all, there's a lunar eclipse that was in Leo on January 31st that just happened. And that's very similar to the eclipse that happened 19 years ago, January 31st, 1999. So if you were around that time and you remember that eclipse, that'll give you some clues as to what you could expect these next couple of months. And then we have another eclipse, February 15th, the solar eclipse in Aquarius, which is also a new moon. So let me see how that might affect you, Taurus. Let's see. So it's going to give you the strength to do what you need to do. And for some of you, that might be to quit a job. For some of you, that might be to speak up in a relationship. For some of you, that might be to say that I love you. For some of you, it might say, I want to have children. For some of you, it might say, I need a raise or I can't stay. So it's a courageous energy. It has you committed to take action for yourself, something that you need. Now, here's the thing. With eclipses, if we're always compelled by the universe to do something, right? And if we ignore that compulsion, if we ignore that prompting, what happens is the universe uses these eclipses to kick us out, right? To move us out of the house that we were supposed to be leaving, or to move us out of the the career, or to move us out of the relationship, or to move us along, right? So, you were afraid to get pregnant and suddenly you turn up pregnant, right? Like most people would say that's a blessing, but if you've been, not wanting to have children, that's scary as heck. So it's like those things. The universe knows better than we do. So whatever happens for you, just embrace it and know that it's a good thing. And if it's sudden and it's shocking and it's surprising, just know there's something right on the other side of it that's going to be really good for you. Okay? So let's look at romantic relationships. For those of you in a romantic relationship, Taurus, let's see what's in store for February for you. I feel like you start to understand each other on a new level, in a new way. There's a deeper connection that kind of stirs or happens for you in February. And sometimes it can be through difficulties that we find our way towards each other. It doesn't have to be something bad that brings you together. It could just be, recognition of something that needs to change. It could be that you've been in therapy and now you finally have found a new way to communicate. But it is another gear in your relationship. And so it feels like it is something that really feels good and is very much welcomed. I also feel like there might be something that you create passionately together. I don't mean just a kid. I mean like you have a passion about painting, or you have a passion about, going and traveling or studying in Europe together. And so I feel like this passion with you and your partner is leading the way. Maybe you love to antique, and so you've planned to antique across the US, over the summer, right? So I feel like this passion with your partner, that you're plotting something together, and it feels very good and very rich and very fun. So I like that energy in your relationship, and it really gives you both something fun and playful and common ground, and it's really easy and enjoyable. So whatever that common ground is that you have with the two of you, see you plotting and planning, and it's really delicious energy. Okay, now for those of you that are single and looking for love, what's in store for you for February? Well, the first thing that comes up is you have to take care of yourself first. So you need to take care of yourself first. And whether that means just kind of like getting out of your own way, getting out of your own head. The universe also, it reminds me of those moments where maybe you want to ask somebody out, but you're a little nervous. You don't even know if they're into you and you don't know what to do. And suddenly somebody outs you and you're standing in the office with your coworker and a third person goes, hey, why don't you two go out to dinner? Why don't you take her out? Why doesn't you take him out? Like one of those things where somebody just kind of like throws you together and it's like, okay, thank you. So if you're not doing it, I feel like the universe might do it for you. But you don't want to depend on that, right? You always want to be proactive because it's just more uncomfortable, and it's always better if you're the one who's moving forward in the relationship. Now, just trust your instincts. Follow your lead. I don't feel like you can screw this up. I feel like the right person is waiting for you this month. Love is in the air. Now, this is what I will say. There is a lot of kind of confusion. So when I said you can't screw this up, you actually can screw it up. But how you can screw it up is that there is the energy of Uranus, which is just confusion. It can muddle things. It can make us like, what? It can project fantasy, and it's like Neptune, and so all these different planets, right, are showing me where you could misinterpret somebody's actions. So you could think, wow, we are so on the same page. I am so in love with this person. And they're like, what are you talking about? We had one date. It was a good time. Slow down, right? So you want to be really careful that you're not misreading the energy. And this will all clear up by the end of February, right? By the very last weekend of February, 25th, starts to change at the end of the month. 26th, 27th, 28th, you're going to have clarity by the end of the month. So what does that leave you? And what it means is go have a good time. Don't project that, this is the one. Don't tell them you're in love with them. Don't just go have a good time. And at the end of the month, pick up your head and see where if there's anybody standing, see if there's anybody near you, see what it feels like. Then if you do that, Taurus, you're not going to get hurt, because otherwise I feel like you're ready to get kicked in the guts because you're not listening and you're playing in a fantasy world. So this, the good news is the energy will snap like that. Like if you start playing that pretend game, you're going to find out right away, and the energy is just going to close. And some of you get heart hurt really easy, but if you get right back out there, there's another love. But don't chase it, right? Don't get into that fantasy again. Just enjoy yourself. And at the end of the month, you'll really have a love, right? And you'll see who's reciprocating, because what you're projecting and what they're projecting might be two completely different things. Okay, Taurus? So just be careful there with love. Enjoy it, have fun, but wait for the clarity for the end of the month. Don't declare your love until the end of the month. Okay, so let's see if there's anything unexpected for Taurus this month. So there may be some unexpected career moves, something that you weren't anticipating that is a good thing. And it might be that somebody comes in and they actually see a situation that's broken, at work, or if you're an entrepreneur in your business, or, it could be that you've got an issue in the house, you don't know what's wrong with it, and somebody comes in and says, oh, well, you've got mold, I know how to fix it, right? So these unexpected problems, people see the unexpected problems that you have in your life, but they know how to fix it. They have the remedy. So don't be afraid if somebody sees your problem. Don't be embarrassed about it. They actually are going to have the remedy. So, if you're embarrassed about the condition, like I said, of anything that you have, whether it's your body, whether it's your home, whether it's something going on in your career or your business, be an open book. Let it be seen, because there is a correction there. They can correct it. They can help you. Okay? So that's great. That's terrific news. All right, Taurus, I hope you enjoyed the intuitive astrology. If you like it, please click like and please comment below. I look forward to connecting with you. And please share it with your friends. Have a great month, everyone, and have a wonderful and happy Valentine's Day. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month.